This is a short tutorial to help manage fish sampling data in the Yukon. There are currently about 6,000 sample point features with associated data in the Yukon FIS Atlas fish sample database. It is anticipated that many more records will be added soon, so this tutorial will hopefully help in the process. In an effort to standardize fish sampling reporting data and to make the information more easily accessible to others, Fisheries and Oceans Canada developed two spreadsheets for sampling data collection in 2013. First is the mandatory sampling data spreadsheet, which is a mandatory spreadsheet that must be completed and submitted as part of the scientific collection license permit holder's license. The second is a more detailed fish data spreadsheet that includes length, weight, and other fish information about individual sampled fish. It is important to note that not all mandatory fish sample records included detailed measurements. Once completed, both of these spreadsheets are validated and quality assured by DFO prior to being uploaded to the Yukon FIS Atlas. To get to the Yukon FIS Atlas Fish Sample Database, go to cmnbc.ca and you'll go to the Community Mapping Network. Once there, click on the Atlas Gallery Index and scroll down to the Yukon Fish and Fish Habitat Atlas. There you'll see a web page about the atlas and information about FIS, contacts, and about the fish sample data. To get to the atlas and database, click here to view the atlas. Initially, the FIS Fisheries Information Summary System points come up on the map. You'll want to go to the sampling menu and sampling points, so click this icon under sampling fish and wait for the points to load. Note that in the legend you'll see that there are fish sample points in green and summary permit records in red. The fish sample points in green are from habitat management and are not part of the fish sample permit records, so turn that one off. Note that for the summary permit records, you'll see a menu on the right, and these are all the different tabs that are associated with the summary point records, including tables for the mandatory data, importing, and the fish data spreadsheet, as well as importing the fish data. There's lookup tables for some of the lookups, but that will be left for the administration to look at and to edit, as well as templates for entering the data into. You can download those and enter the data into them. Let's first click on a particular fish summary permit record point, and you'll see if you hover over it, you'll see a tooltip come up, and this one is the ID XR370 2014. And at this particular point there are chum salmon and other species, but let's click the Edit Data button to bring up the record. And again, this record would be from the sampling mandatory table, but important to note, if you click on the sampling fish data, you'll see that there are 8 sample data records associated with it. If you hover over it, you'll see that there are 8 different points. Now this is kind of acting funny with this recording system, but there are 8 records associated with this particular mandatory record. You can see the other fields of information for the mandatory record. If you scroll to the right, there's water body name, watershed code, water body IDs, upper latitude, upper longitude, and life stage and number of fish recorded, and other information, as well as a unique ID for that record. Next, let's close this and find that record by searching for it. So click on the sampling mandatory table icon, and once the sampling mandatory table comes up, use double quotes to search for the ID, which is XR 370 space 2014. Double quote and hit the search tool, and you'll see that one record comes up, and it's got the 8 associated records, fish data samples with it. If you click the magnifying glass, you'll zoom to that record, and here it is. Now the process for uploading the data is quite straightforward. First of all, you would download the two templates, one for the mandatory and one for the fish data. Let's just click that, and you can see that it downloads to your computer. Once that's downloaded, you can copy and paste the data into each record. Once you've added the data to the records in Excel, click on Import Sampling Mandatory. Sign in and browse to the file. Note that in this file, the ID is important. There are 3 records with ID XR93 2099-1, and note that the dates are in day, month, year format. Once you've checked the data and make sure that all of the particular fields have information in them that should have information, simply click the Import Data button, and it will give you a report indicating that 3 out of the 3 records were successfully uploaded. Once that's done, go back to the list, and you can check to see if those records have been uploaded by going to the bottom of all the records. Go to the last record, and you'll see that these 3 records are the ones that I uploaded. XR93 2099 1, 2, and 3. Next, let's upload the associated fish sample data. Notice that there are 2 records associated with XR93 2099-1. So there's 2 fish were sampled here, and they're associated with XR93 2099-1. Check the data to make sure it's all in here, the same as it's what is in the spreadsheet. Notice in the comments I've used under the comments test upload. So let's import that data. So it says 3 out of 3 records were uploaded. Now you can check to see if those records are at the bottom of the list as well. Here they are here, test upload. And the two were Arctic char and slimy sculpin. Now let's go back to the sampling mandatory to make sure that these two fish samples are associated with the mandatory record. We'll scroll down to the end. And notice here, there are two records associated with XR 93 2099-1. So in other words, in the mandatory record, there's a one-to-many relationship. One record for the sampling information, the mandatory information, and there can be several records for the actual numbers of fish that are measured at that location. Next, you can zoom to that point on the map to see if it's there. And here it is here, XR 93 2013. And here are the two records. Hopefully that'll help people get started uploading information. It's critical that nothing is changed on the templates, the two templates, especially the date format. And make sure once you've uploaded to check it to make sure that it's exactly the same as what you have in the spreadsheets. Thank you.